When it comes to all-wheel drive vehicles, excitement is in the air. They are a popular option for drivers looking for a dynamic and exhilarating experience due to their improved traction, stability, and capacity to handle a variety of road conditions. However, the notion that owning an all-wheel drive car requires a sizable financial investment frequently discourages those with financial restrictions. But don't worry! This video's purpose is to dispel that myth and to share some exciting news with you. There are a variety of fun and cool all-wheel drive cars available at reasonable prices. Yes, you did hear that right. We've searched the car market for a selection of inexpensive all-wheel drive vehicles priced under $5,000 that are fun to drive, whether you have a need for speed or simply want a secure ride through all 4 seasons. Hi guys, welcome to Finest Vehicles. Today we will look at 9 fast all-wheel drive cars that you can buy for under $5,000. And stay tuned, because somewhere in this video we will present a fun fact that you will find very interesting. Number 9. The Audi S3. The original Audi hot hatch has a lot going for it, even though it may not be quite the Porsche-bothering brute the current S3 is. Early models have a 20-valve turbocharged 4-pot with 210 horsepower, later models have 221 horsepower. The time from 0 to 62 miles per hour in the less powerful versions is 6.8 seconds, in the later models it is 6.6 seconds. Examples with high mileage start at $2,500. Number 8. The Toyota Celica GT4. If you find a 5th-gen Celica-based ST185 GT4 that is clean and in good condition for less than our fictitious budget, buy it right away. The 208 horsepower 2.0-liter 4-pots that power these rally heroes for the road have heavy doses of turbo lag to make the delivery scene even more thrilling. The later ST205s, which are based on the 6th generation, are more potent but even more difficult to find at this price. But something to be on the lookout for. Number 7. The Mazda 6 MPS. We're a bit depressed. Mazda no longer produces vehicles like the 6 MPS. Aside from the MX-5, the company's lineup now seems a little routine. The good news is that these understated 256 horsepower sports saloons can be found on the used market for a fair price. Prices start at around $4,400, which is a bit of a steal for a vehicle that is useful, comfortable, and capable of going from 0 to 62 miles per hour in 6.4 seconds. Number 6. The Mitsubishi 3000 GT. The 3000 GT was a vehicle that was too far ahead of its time for its own good. These are jam-packed with modern conveniences like sophisticated traction control, an electronically variable exhaust system, an electronically adjustable suspension, and active aerodynamic aids. The issue is that the 3000 GT's equipment frequently breaks and generating significant expenses. Want some illustrations? You will lose $1,000 if you need to replace the ECU, or $3,000 if the gearbox ECU malfunctions and wrecks the transmission. There is no doubt that purchasing one of these involves a significant risk. However, there is something seductive about these Mitsus, with their gorgeous 90s coupe styling and a powerful 280 horsepower 3.0-liter V6 supplying the thrust. Number 5. The B6 Audi S4. On this budget, would you like a hot 4-wheel drive Audi but would prefer a little more room and an S3 with twice as many cylinders? You have the B6 S4. With a 344 horsepower 4.2-liter V8, these hot saloons can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.6 seconds and reach a top speed of 155 miles per hour without really giving anything away from the outside. One of these would be difficult to distinguish from a standard S4 if not for those shining wing mirror covers and covert badging, which, in our opinion, is half the appeal. For one with respectable mileage, $5,000 is sufficient. We advise you to take the risk and install a fruitier exhaust to hear that V8 perform its duties. For this kind of money, a B6 S4 would also be achievable, but we'd advise caution. The 2.7-liter V6 is an excellent engine, but it's also not the most dependable because the turbos frequently blow, and replacing them costs money. Number 4. The Mitsubishi Lancer Evo Generation 1 to 4. You'll need to be patient, but if you keep looking long enough, you can find a Lancer Evolution for this price. The Evo 1, 2, 3, or 4 will have to do, though the 276 horsepower 4 is what we would prefer. Keep your car fairly standard, keep it that way, and take pleasure in the amazing four-wheel drive pace. Number 3. The Subaru Impreza WRX. Without some Scooby, this list would be lacking. Our recommendation would be a second-generation Impreza WRX STI, with prices starting well below $4,000. If it were us, we would spend a little more and purchase the updated model, which did away with the infamous bug-eye appearance and had a slight boost in power from its Boxer 4, going from 215 to 221 horsepower. Number 2. The Volvo S60 R. Being a Volvo, safety is top priority. It has a very secure four-wheel drive system and a sophisticated set of electronic driver aids that are intended to prevent you from deliberately ditching it. There is a lot to like here, so don't let that discourage you. Powered by a 300 horsepower 2.5-liter inline-5 engine, the S60R can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 5.5 seconds and reach a top speed of 155 miles per hour. You will require at least $5,000. Before we go to the number 1 on this list, here's the fun fact of this video. Did you know that the fastest time in the world to remove and replace a car engine is 42 seconds? On November 21, 1985, while working on a Ford Escort, mechanics established this record. And now, for number 1. The VW Golf Mark IV R32. The Mark IV Golf wasn't VW's best work, especially some of the less impressive GTI models that generation gave rise to. The R32 was a stunning high point, though, and now that they're starting to sell for under $5,000, they're a tempting purchase. Although the first R32 may be the car we choose over the less expensive S3 we mentioned earlier, which shares a platform with the Mark IV Golf, it's difficult to ignore the allure of that 3.2-liter VR6 under the hood. All four wheels receive 237 horsepower from the Loud 6. Which one would you like to own? Give your opinion in the comments. Did you enjoy this video? Then please like and subscribe for more of the best new vehicle videos here at Finest Vehicles.